What's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to the new review era. Today we're taking a look at this guy right here, the Triad from Damn Designs. You can pick this guy up for $57.99 for the stainless steel or copper. And if you're interested in titanium, they have that as well, but that's going to hurt your little pocket a little more and run you $75.99. Before we get into this, I'm going to put this down and we're going to talk about this lovely, lovely packaging. It's so nice that I can't help but think how much less I could have paid for this spinner if it came in a tin. I get what you're trying to do. I know a lot of people will appreciate it, but me personally, I'd rather save the money. Especially with this guy, came all the way from Asia. Shipping was crazy. I paid close to $100 for this guy with shipping and conversion rate and everything. It is a very nice box, lovely hinges, wood, it's magnetized. But like I said, I'd rather just get the tin and save the money. In the box you get a card, Damn Designs, it's their web address, their Instagram, and it's basically just a little warning card, may choke, yada yada. It comes with 2 extra bearings. A little note, one of these was just loose in the box. I'm not sure which one it was. One of these is a Flavor Zone Essential SBV2. I believe that's what it's called. My first time getting one of those, so I'll probably switch that out fairly soon. And it also comes with another set of caps. I got dust on them from the box. These caps, very nice, very comfortable. The concentric circles I find don't really add any grip. So if anything, I find they make them a little bit more slippery. But they are very comfortable. Let's put those over there. And get rid of this. And this guy. So you can see I have the Decagon buttons on them. They're not finished as nicely. I don't know if you can see, like right in there, it looks a little wavy. The corners don't come to like a real nice point in a lot of spots. And it just looks unfinished. However, it adds a ton of grip. I feel like a spider climbing a wall. Like I'm stuck to it. I really appreciate these buttons. I know a lot of other people like the other buttons better. I like the grip on these guys. I find them very comfortable. I find them rough, but not uncomfortable. I just find it adds a lot of grip. If you have more sensitive fingers, I don't know, you might not like it. I do see a lot of people going with the round caps, so maybe that's why. But for me, I actually really like these. Let's throw it on the scale, get some of the dimensions on this guy. My scale's a bit off, so I'm going to round up. I don't know if you can see that. It says 67.8, so we'll call it 68. 68 grams. It's 70 by 70 by 20 millimeters. So I guess with those caps, it does make it kind of thick. Spin time on this guy. The web page doesn't list a spin time, but I got 4 minutes and 28 seconds out of the box. I don't know, if I feel like if I spun it again, I'd probably get a lot more than that. But I don't know, it just feels like it's spinning a lot faster than when I first got it. Now, the topic of the day, fidgeability on this guy. For me, this is a 1-grip spinner. If you're holding it like this, you're great. If you go like this, you're not having a good time. Like this, pulling, flicking, honestly, it's unbelievable. It's amazing. but switch fingers and you're having not nearly as fun. It's just not as comfortable. These points, I don't know, for some reason I got the impression that they were going to be a lot softer. They're not going to cut you, but just think of that. Going like that, over and over and over and over. Probably get a little mark on your finger. Let's see. I'm not doing it that hard. But yeah, I don't know. For me, it's definitely better holding it like this. If you are going to go like this, I find you have to come from the side. So you can do it. And honestly, if you're a flicker like this, it's going to be comfortable for you. But for me, I come parallel with the spinner. So that's just uncomfortable. And if you miss and it hits your cuticle, that's not fun either. I don't know if it's just mine. Mine's a little sore right now. Flicking forward on that thin edge, I don't enjoy that either. But like this, it's a dream. So if your primary style is this grip, this finger hold, and flicking and pulling, this guy's amazing. But I can't call it a true fidgeter because you can't fidget with it in any way. Well, you can, but it's just not as comfortable. Hot spots. I guess we can call the points hot spots. They're not going to cut you, but they're not comfortable at all. That being said, the design of this spinner is absolutely gorgeous. And if it didn't have these points, it would not look the way it does. So aesthetically, you need it. You need the points. But for fidgeting, they don't really do anything. They don't really help enhance the experience. Oh my gosh, I did all that and I haven't even taken these caps off yet. Let's get these off, and then when I put them back on, we'll put those on. So you can get a look of both. Cap 1, cap 2, and there you have your classic bearing retention method, your standard vertical press. I personally have come to know and love. I do like the O-ring method that USA uses. I'm just not sure how long that O-ring will last. Structural integrity and all. Let's take it off, and you know what? We'll take it off and we'll try out this Flavor Zone. I don't even know what that's called. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. It's going to be hilarious if it's not. It's the Flavor Zone. I like that. Let's call it Flavor Zone. It's even labeled FZSBV2. And tool, remove. Bearing retention ring. And the bearing just pops right out. So you can see that the actual body of the spinner is much thicker. So you do have a raised lip here around the bearing housing, which means these caps will have a lip, so they won't work on all spinners. Just keep that in mind. That's probably why they give you 2 sets. If that is the case, I do appreciate that. We'll throw this off to the side, grab this guy, pop her in. Ooh, I'm getting excited. Pop that back on. Nice and tight. Bearing retention ring. Back on. Female underneath. Male slides on top. Screw, screw, screw. Satisfaction. Ooh. That's a different feel. That's unlike any other bearing I've ever felt. I can't describe that. Wow. I'm like at a loss for words right now, so if I go silent, I don't know. It's smooth, but it has feedback. The sound is much different than I'm used to. I don't know. I should have probably popped this in earlier and got a feel for it just so I'd know what to say, but there you are. You're getting my first impressions on the bearing, at least. I like this. It almost, I don't know how to describe that. It's almost like a scratching, but smooth. I don't know. I like this. We like. The new review era approves. SBV2, I like that. Anyway, so let's take a look at some other spinners just for size comparison. Me personally, when I opened the box on this guy, I was a little surprised on the size. I was expecting it to be a little bigger. And maybe I wasn't the only one because they did come out with an XL version. But now holding it in my hand, I like this size. I don't know if I'd want it any bigger. We got the Wusa Cosmo, the Namaste Fletching Elite, the Ergo from Ultra Spinners, the whatever you want to call it. It's got a million names. I usually go with Zentri. And last but not least, your standard bearing wrap. One last thing before we go. The design on this guy, I don't know if you can pick that up. Let's see if I can get it good. Those lines, they play tricks with your eyes. Because if you hold it like this, they all go the same way. They say a pair two, you hold it like this, they all go the same way. But if you hold it like this, they appear to go in all different directions. I don't know if it's just the trick on my eyes it's playing, or if that was intentional, or if it's just the angles of all the cuts that make it look like that. Look at the way that plays with the light. I love that. And I even love the Decagon buttons. When you have the Decagon buttons on here, it has a little pattern when you spin the button on the inside. It's very nice. I should have showed you that. But I'm pretty much rambling again at this point. I got nothing else. You already know the deal. Until next time, live long and spin on. Like, sub, share. Please.